Let's get this over with. Thank y'all for coming down to Cheatham Street Warehouse. I'd like to, you know, it's been a ghostly night. There's been strange smells all around the place. And I think that the ghosts have maybe been responsible. But ladies and gentlemen, it's Carlos Perkins. Carlos Perkins is a fine songwriter. He wrote Blue Suede Zapatos for Enrique Presley. Carlos was one of Gary's old bandmates till he bedazzled Gary's money. He stole a piggy bank and some Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Carlos, what are you doing here, my friend? Why do you have that ghostly winkle in your eye?
BW, I don't know how to say this, but I'm a spirit. I'm the ghost of Gary's past.
But you're not dead, Carlos. What the hell? There's more of gravy about you than the grave.
That's cold, BW. Why do you doubt your senses? I'm here to give you, and you, Puffy, visions of Gary's past so that you can reclaim your lives of failure.
Lead on, spirit. I mean, Carlos.
Through the fires of failure, tough metal is forged, and that makes Gary Floater one hard-headed man. When the slick record executive in the suit handed Gary the recording contract, Floater signed it, and against legal advice, without reading it. Buried in this document was the worst deal in country music history. 4 albums for a $4 advance and a 0% royalty for the artist. Gary stole his lawyer's pen and said to the record man, "You go on ahead of me, Satan, I'm right behind you." Only 3 records were eventually released on that ill-fated contract with Hyena Family Records. The classic Denim on Denim, Soul Patch, and Depressed Outlaw hit markets in Sweden, Portugal, and the state of Missouri in a famously uncoordinated release schedule. A 4th Hyena Family recording project was abandoned due to quality control concerns, and those songs intended for an album called The Devil's Backpack were nearly lost to history. Only through the efforts of legendary producer Flip Dickerson did these songs re-emerge. Flip led a team of redneck first graders who were finally able to translate the Big Chief tablets as crayon scribble. The emerging collection of 9 nearly lost songs is remarkable as it shows a songwriter man getting back up on that gift horse and riding, with no doubts or reasonable caution, even as the stink of desperation blew across the deserts of his mind. Flip Dickerson called up Puffy Dan Walters, who then phoned B.W. Akins, who called up Marvin Hopkins, who then contacted Roy Huffmeister for one more session, and now a second Gary Floater tribute album is in the can. Floater Rising, the #2 tribute album, dropped on April 1st, 2011. April 1st, a day known in many cultures as El Dia de Tanto. This is Gary Floater's 2nd annual holiday high, and though Gary cannot be here once again, some of his buddies and spirits have showed up to cover for his no-show, and will be performing a holiday tribute to the songs of Gary Floater. Tonight we'll be honored to hear from Skeet Duggan, Puffy Dan Walters, myself Carlos Perkins, who goes to Gary's past, the beautiful Lacey Lakeview, Cornhill Jackson Johnson Grass, and Walter Tomball. And maybe, did I see Anita Feelgood in the audience?
Yeah.
Not sure. Now I'd like to show Gary's apprentices, our MCs for tonight's ball, the #2 and 3 rated country artists in Miami, Missouri, Mr. Brandon Wayne Akins and Puffy Dan Walters. I'd like to show them a few shameful visions from Gary's past.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Perkins, the ghost of Gary's past.
Gary had heard all the way from Missouri, had heard about the infamous Chicken Ranch in LaGrange and made a few trips down this way. He made a wrong turn in LaGrange and ended up at a chicken ranch where he made love to many chickens, and on his last visit, actually a rooster. He was pretty upset that the rooster was gay. But it didn't stop him from making one more trek down, and he made the right turn this last time. Oh, yes. And he ended up writing a little Christmas nugget about that trip. That was actually where he first met his mentor and future nemesis, Kent Finley. The year was 1964. It was Christmas time when I walked under the camel toe hanging over the door at the infamous Chicken Ranch in LaGrange. Turns out that this ranch was much better than the other chicken ranch down the road. I brought some gifts with me all the way to Texas from Missouri, just to make those young girls smile like a modern-day Santa Claus. There was a rumor spreading around about a Texas town, so I thought I'd take some gifts and go on down. Of course I pawned most of those gifts, that's just the floater away. But the girls couldn't hide their joy when they heard me say, hello Holly, hello Mary, you know I can't afford you all, but won't you take a moment to admire my Christmas balls? Please unwrap this, you can touch it, even though you think I'm strange. There's nothing as contagious as Christmas and LaGrange. We all gathered around on those balls on the tree, at least a dozen Texas women, Kent Finley and me. It was special, it was magic, a day I won't forget. But the outbreaks keep on coming, and I doubt they're gonna quit. Hello Holly, hello Mary, you know I can't afford you all, but won't you take a moment to admire my Christmas balls? Please unwrap this, you can touch it. I know you think I'm strange, and there's nothing as contagious as Christmas in LaGrange. No, there's nothing as contagious as Christmas in LaGrange. It's the story of how Gary ended up with the gift that keeps on giving.